the fans that hung in as well throughout the successive delays, they certainly, you feel them. They do a really good job, and awesome to have them there. I know our players are really happy to see them hang in there. But again, I want to give credit to Coach New and his team. He's got a good football team. And, from a personnel standpoint, we have a big advantage. But he's got a tough football team. I want to wish him the best with the rest of the season. But, from start to finish, thought we became a better football team. I thought we left the field different than how we entered. Just finishing drives, completing, getting them off the field, 3 and outs more successively. Third down defense continued to play at a high level and got a shutout. And really controlled, the middle 8, which is a big thing for us. And so all in all, just a really good performance, and looking forward to a great opportunity next week. Questions, please.
Mario, what did it mean to you for the team to play this well in front of the 1989 team?
Well, those are my teammates now, so there was some natural pressure that they better play well in front of my guys. I mean, look, when in the springtime, when the alumni came for the alumni reunion and the spring game, and they spoke to our team, we've been here for a couple years, but that one hit different. And I go back to what Michael Irvin had said to the team, and what Andre Johnson, Devin Hester said to the team, and then those guys spent a couple hours just sitting tables with our guys and talking to them. It just hit different. They understand Miami and what the Miami Brotherhood is more now than they did when they arrived, a lot of these guys. So it meant a lot to them, and hopefully it meant a lot to the 89 guys as well.
Hold on, we'll pause that.
Take away from these last 2 games, one-sided defeats against them, obviously. Were you able to use a lot of players and get a lot of player evaluation as you step up in class against USF?
Well, we did. We cleaned up a lot of our stuff, too. I mean, the use of technology, right? The headsets, all that stuff, our systems, figuring out who can do what well, right? And then also putting some guys in situations to play and see if they could perform at a level where we can win with them. So I think a lot of progress in those areas. The one area that was disappointing was the penalties. We certainly on special teams were trying hard to become a better special teams unit, and we had some bright spots early on a kickoff, and then later we got tangled up on some of the return game stuff that is, it's not us. We got to do a better job. But all in all, just proud of the team handling the delay. They did a good job with that. Proud of them making a decision to just get better today, and see families get in bed and get ready for a big game next week.
Mario, I know you're missing a guy or two up front from the ones. What are your thoughts on run blocking and the run game?
I thought early on, we weren't running the ball very well. Some of it was loaded boxes. Some of it was, we got to do a better job. Some of it we maybe sometimes missed a hole. I think it was a little bit of everybody contributing to our lack of really running the ball to our standards. As the game went on, we started wearing on them a little bit and started popping some runs. So, we look at the film, we'll certainly attack that, because that's a big part of what we do. And we're throwing the ball really, really well. We've had our moments in the run game. If we can combine the two, we're going to be really hard to stop.
The ability for you guys, I think it was 7 or 8 guys had 20-yard plays catching-wise, just the ability to spread the ball around and know that you can make impact plays with multiple guys out there. It's just what that does for you guys.
Well, I think now that it's year 2 of Coach Dawson's system, I think everyone's really starting to feel comfortable, excel at it, understand timing and spacing, because in the passing game, that's the most critical thing, along with protection. We've got a good offensive line. Cam sometimes checks us and puts us in great protection, and when he knows he's not protected, he knows where to go with the ball, and he gets to that person quickly. So, again, we're hitting on all cylinders in the passing game, but we also, you'll ask Cam, and he'll tell you he felt like he left some things out there that could have made it a better day. So, and that's the way we want to stay. We got a lot of work to do, and we're looking forward to getting back to work tomorrow.
With about 20 seconds left, I'm noticing Jason Taylor sweating his tail off, coaching as hard as he is. Is he like that on a regular basis with his intensity? Is the sky the limit for him as a coach?
Yes, the whole staff is like that. That's the only way to operate here. We work very hard. Jason does a fantastic job. I've mentioned a lot of times before, he has nothing to prove and approaches work every day like he has everything to prove, and that goes for the rest of our staff as well. Very hungry, driven, servant leaders. Very lucky to have them with us, and they want to get right on the next opponent right away.
There's numbers on both sides of the ball that are unprecedented through 3 games. I mean, through 3 games means absolutely nothing. But what is it an indicator of? It's just as far as where you are in the process.
Yeah, progress. Progress. There's 12 chapters in a regular season, and then you earn the rest from there, right? So, we're improving, man. We're getting better. We see a lot of areas where we can get better. We have done a good job of just kind of closing out the noise, and really focusing on our football family, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Mario, what more can you really say about Cam Ward at this point? He's had obviously 3 great games throughout the season. I mean, just what more can you really say about him?
Probably the same thing he'll say. He wants to get better. He wants to get challenged, and so when he comes to work tomorrow and watch film, we're going to challenge him. That's what he wants. That's why he came here. I think he'll tell you, our players will tell you that there's no time to really celebrate. We acknowledge progress. We're happy about the progress, but not only, ignites, and fuels our drive more. These guys want to get better, man. They want to go win, and want to know for the week. A good start to the season, but we're just getting started. There's a lot of football to be played, and we got some great teams to play, starting with this coming Saturday.
And then Inez Cooper went out early in the game. He got rolled up a little bit. What his status is?
I think he's good. He didn't look. It doesn't look like it's anything too serious. We expect him to be right in that practice on Tuesday.
Mario, defensively, obviously everyone's going to focus on 6 points, everything offense, but pitch a shutout, that's not an easy thing to do. Just the effort from those guys, especially with you rotating as many guys in as you did later in the game.
Right, that's the best part. We rotated a lot of guys. We played, I think, 12 to 14 defensive linemen. We played, I believe, 7 linebackers. We played everybody in the secondary that we could. And on offense, we just about did the same thing. So it was good to see that as the game went on, that those guys upheld a high standard. And I don't think the older guys were going to let them do anything else, because a week ago kind of fell off a little bit when those guys did go in there. So it's good to see them get valuable, meaningful snaps against a solid football team, against a tough football team, and to be able to be productive and prove themselves worthy of, getting some more playing time in the future.
All right, you guys show up at 125. You have a good process. It's all timed out.
Yeah.
You get here and you wait 2.5 hours to play. Just you can't do anything about it, but I'm just curious how you spend the delay, what that time is like.
Well, it's the first I've ever had like that. You prepare for it forever, and now 28 years later, we finally get to implement those processes. The first thing is we have really good, older guys, because we leaned on them. It's like, look, we're not going to be all tense. We're not going to also be in goofy mode, right? We've got to stay relaxed, take care of our bodies, wait for the next thing. Because we went out a couple times and then sent back in. It's like, giddy up, whoa, giddy up, whoa. And that could play games with you. And it's like we just simply say, look, they're going through the same thing. So who's it going to mean to more, and who's going to handle it better when we come out the tunnel? So extra snacks, extra hydration. I mean, at one point in time when it got pushed back to 6+, then we went to, something a little bit more, solid to eat. And those guys, the skinny guys probably gained a couple pounds, so it's all good.
Good morning. That was Coach Mario Cristobal after last night's 62-0 win against Ball State. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the game. This is Miami Hurricanes Talk with Danny, the post-game podcast presented by Lorraine Sports. And give Canes Connection a shout-out. I think they do a very good job with NIL. Go to canesconnection.com and register to be a member there. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to donate, if you like any of the episodes you see on YouTube that I put out pre and post game on the podcast, please consider donating through Cash App and then PayPal. I'll put those links in the description. My thoughts on last night's game are as follows. I felt we were just absolutely dominant offensively. Excuse me just a second. 750 yards last night, total offense, 507 passing. Cam, what can you say? 19 of 28, 346, 5 TDs, no picks, 230 quarterback rating. Emory in the relief 11 of 12, 161, 231.9 on the rating. But the thing was, everybody contributed, like Mario said in the post game. Everybody stepped up last night. The defense pitched the shutout. We sacked their quarterbacks 4 times last night. 71 total plays to 52. 10.6 yards a play. Total, like I said, the first half, like Mario said, I noticed that we did not run the ball as good as we normally do. But look in the second half. We ended up with 243 yards. 22 of those were in the first half. In the second half, guys, we had 221 yards rushing in the second half. That tells you we committed to the running game and we started to wear Ball State down. When you look at the defense, Kiko had 6 tackles, but Barrow had 1.5 sacks, 1.5 tackles for loss. Elijah had the pick there and a sack. Malik had a sack, 2 tackles for loss. It was a total team effort last night. Total team effort. And on each, and then I look at the drive chart. In the last 5 drives of the first half, we had 31 points. 31 points on those last 5 drives. In the second quarter, I'm sorry, my mistake. In the second half was my mistake. Second half, we had all our drives ended up in points. 4 touchdowns and a field goal. In the first half, in the second quarter, after we did punt last night. I want to thank Melissa the hoodie for reminding me that we did punt last night. I thought we did not, but we did. We only had 1 punt last night. So we did. So the punter did show up on the field. So that's my mistake. I do apologize for that. But yeah, listen, 21 points in the second quarter, and then dominate in the second half the way we did. When you see how dominant we were, the drive statistics, we had 13 drives last night. Average time of possession was 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Okay? We had 4 70-yard drives. We had 4 1-minute drives. The one difference we didn't have, and I felt we did a very good job, we had no 3-and-outs last night. Scoring drives, 10 of them. 55-yard gain on average. We had two drives of 10 or more plays. The average third down distance was 5.5 yards per, and 89% of the success rate. We started from our own 31 on average. Just to put it in perspective, Ball State had 5 3-and-outs last night. 5. And the thing about that is they had no 10-play drives in this game and no drives over 5 minutes. That's absolutely dominant, folks. They punted on just about every play. Almost every drive. One was on downs and another we got the pick there. They punted 10 times last night to our only 1. That's absolute dominance, folks. I mean, we did the good job. We left some points on the field, though. We do have to clean some things up with the penalties, which I didn't like. When I look at the penalties last night, the penalties have to get cleaned up. We had 8 penalties for 85 yards. We had one where we had a touchdown called back. Excuse me, I'm sorry. A second, let me just put some silent mode. But yeah, listen. We gotta clean the penalties up. We had and the stat I looked at, we had 31 first downs last night to 9 for Ball State. We were 7 of 11 on third down. Ball was 1 for 12. Wow. Just wow, folks. Time to give out my report card. Offense, I'm going to give an A. Though I'm not going to give it a plus because we left some points on the field and we committed some penalties there. We got to clean that up. We got to clean that up. Cam, what can you say? Like I said, it hasn't been said. Running game got better in the second half. We got to do that against a better team here in Tampa next Saturday night in USF. We got to get that running game going earlier. Defensively, I'm going to give an A. I'm not going to give it a plus again because we committed penalties in that area. We committed dumb penalties on defense last night. We got to clean that up. But aside from that, everything on the defense was magnificent. Special teams, I'm going to give an A as well. I felt we did a good job there. But again, like with the other two units, penalties. We've got to clean that up. Got to clean that up. I look at, again, the penalties. We commit stupid penalties. We got to clean those up. Now I'm going to give out my game balls. My first game ball obviously goes to Cam Ward. 19 to 28, 346, 5 touchdowns, no picks. 230.6 quarterback rating. My second game ball is going to go to A.J. Allen. 7 carries, 104 yards, 1 touchdown. Average 14.9 yards per carry. My third game ball is going to go to Jacoby George. 6 receptions, 109 yards, 1 touchdown. My fourth game ball I'm going to give to X. 3 receptions, 47 yards. I would give my fifth game ball to an individual on defense, but, my fifth and final game ball I'm going to give to really the entire defense. 4 sacks last night. 1 pick. Tackles for loss. 9 tackles for loss last night. Just a total domination from start to finish from the defense. Total domination from the defense. So the defense gets my fifth and final game ball. In closing, I want to say this. I think we could be better. We left points on the field last night. We gotta clean up the penalties. We gotta get the running game going a little faster, a little earlier. We can't be having just 22 yards in a half rushing and expect to beat a good team like USF. We know it's going to be a tough challenge on the road next Saturday on Saturday night here in Tampa. But I think we'll be up for it. And let's just take care of business. We hopefully get Inez back, and I think we'll get some of our guys back this coming week, hopefully. So take care. Have a great rest of your Sunday. I'm back Thursday. One more note before I go. Thursday, 2 o'clock from McDivot's here in Tampa. I will have a live meet and greet podcast. My guest will be Joey Johnston from USF, and we will be previewing the USF game. So if you're in the Tampa Bay area, you want to come out to McDivot's to say hello, please feel free to do that. We'll be doing the podcast at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you can't make it out to McDivot's, we'll have it on YouTube, and the pod will drop midnight that night. So take care, have the great rest of your day, and let's go Canes.